Hey guys, it's Monday, June 23rd. It has been 17 days since I did that last post or the filming when I moved over here and started bringing my trainers and my business over to Functional Fitness, the old gym that I helped build and put together and did the floor design back in the day and helped to manage. It's really good to be back. It's been crazy how quickly time has gone by. Here's an example. This is the first time that I've actually been able to do my shoulder rehab exercises since I left the gym. I've been so fucking busy with everything. It's been crazy. And it's just something that it's taken some time to kind of get into. And although my shoulder doesn't feel like it's injured, I definitely have lost strength in this movement, and I can tell. So I've got about one more set of those for 10, and then with the 5-second holds. And I can definitely feel, I haven't really worked out this whole time. It's been so crazy. It's been so busy. Those of you who have watched the news have seen everything from the protests and the riots in LA. And although they are not here in San Fernando Valley, all those things with like the ICE raids and everything play a role in everything that goes on around here. So while I'm not directly affected by it, like them coming into the gym, it does affect a lot of things around business and things like that, as well as, like I had mentioned the last time we had talked, or on the video 17 days ago, that we're working on opening up a longevity center here in San Fernando Valley. That's still moving ahead, but of course, with everything going on and bringing the business over here, getting started, getting my scanner up and running, all those things took some time, issues, with just making sure that we had all the proper setup, the internet, having to run Ethernet because we had bad wireless connection upstairs, all kinds of things. So things that happen when you run a business, and but it's good to be back on track. I feel like starting today, I can be back on track because it's damn well better have to be and necessary. It's June 23rd, so for the most part, it's basically almost July 1st. So that gives me July, August, September, October, November 19th. So it gives me less than 5 months now. So 4 months and 3 weeks. Oh no, 5 months, because it's 23rd. So 5 months to make sure that I drop the 54 pounds. So definitely back on it. I have been able to do some cardio since I've been here. So one of the great things is over this time and not being able to work out, my plantar fasciitis is pretty much almost gone. I just feel like a little remnants of it there. If I move too quickly on certain things, or if I'm working with a client, then I can feel it a little bit. So it's the fact that it's mostly gone is huge. Plus the fact that Functional Fitness has a ton of different cardio machines that I can use that won't flare it up. And one of my favorite things is a Stairmaster, and that's just an awesome machine for being able to sweat your ass off while not having to ground and pound on your feet and just be able to take steady steps. So that's a great thing too. Can't wait to get that going. Now, my workout routine is going to change now that I have access to this type of incredible cardio machines that I can add in that low intensity, steady state cardio without worrying about it affecting any of my muscle gain negatively. Now, an important thing about today, I think I had mentioned that I'm kind of starting a new base. What I'm doing is I'm actually really excited. I've only started it for about the past 3, 4, maybe 5 days. I'd have to go back and take a look. But I started all the products from Rob Keller, MD, a famous doctor known for his work with glutathione and being able to use it as a super antioxidant and be able to fight inflammation, be able to also utilize it as an antitoxin, almost to the point of like reverse aging. I'm using his enzymes. I'm going to show you what I'm using of his, and that's going to be my base. I haven't been taking vitamins or anything like that except for like a protein shake when I first started. And it's good to be able to have that basis, especially when I'm 53, turning 54. So the base is going to be Rob Keller, MD's new, or all of his vitamin supplements, immunity boosting, enzymes, probiotics, things like that. And I'm going to show you what I'm going to be taking at the end when we're up in my office. And I'm going to break down how it's going to affect my whole program moving forward. It's going to be the base. I'm not taking anything else right now. I'm going to do that for 30 days while I set my body, get back to trying to get some regular sleep, because for this past month while getting this ready, I was getting like 3 hours of sleep a night. just the stress, everything, getting everything situated. My trainer's over here, working with other trainers, all that kind of stuff. It just happens with business. But I'm going to get in my first workout today. So I did my warm-up and did my exercise bands, and we're going to just do a full body today. I'm going to rewrite my schedule when I post this up on how my workouts are going to be and how we're going to address that, okay? And okay, we'll get started. Okay, guys, we're starting off over here doing some pull downs. You know how if I'm starting off from fresh and I haven't worked out in like a week or so, in this case, it's been like over a month, I like to do a lot of pull motions first if I'm going to do like a full body day, just because it's an easier flow. It opens up. I feel like it stretches out the body more when you let it get into those long, long stretches. So, oh, it feels good to move that around. I'm going to throw in some body weight squats. My low back and my glute has been getting so tight, my left glute, just from sitting down for such long periods of time at the computer over this last month. I've been having to set up Zoom calls with biolabs for the peptides, for the vitamin IVs, for all the different things that we want to put together in the Longevity Center. Really excited. I think I'd mentioned that I'm going to start using some of those here on the vlog. Kind of show you how they affect me and whether I get a good outcome or a meh outcome from some of them. So I'm excited about that. Like I had mentioned right before, I'm cleaning out my base. So the baseline is going to be hopefully Rob Keller MD's line of vitamins, enzymes, probiotics, and antioxidants like glutathione. It's done such an amazing work on a couple of my good friends that were pro bodybuilders. One of them, shout out to my old lifelong buddy since we were kids, Ernest Chang, out in Hawaii. He was a professional IFBB bodybuilder, about as, big as you can get physically, and just amazing with what he's done with his body. But after he stopped competing professionally, his body went through a lot. Those changes are so radical, the size, the mass, and his body went through a lot, and there was a lot of suffering. And I've been watching and talking to Ernie, and he's been telling me about what's helped him to get back into incredible shape, and he's amazing. Dropped all that weight, but he's really leaned out now. A lot healthier, and it's almost like he's been doing like a reverse aging, like with the biohacking, which is what I love to do. So there's a lot that Ernie has been showing me that he's been using. And frankly, I didn't even know about Rob Keller MD's supplements until Ernie turned me on to him and said, hey, you got to try this. This stuff saved my life. And then lo and behold, I checked with a couple other old-time bodybuilders, and they couldn't say anything but great things about Rob Keller MD's supplements. So I'm excited to be starting them right now. And I'm going to be using them again for a base for 30 days, work with that, see how it cleans up my system, force myself to get more sleep at night, right? So all the vitamin supplements and everything in the world, doesn't matter if you're not getting enough sleep, you're not eating well, right? And you're making sure that your body's having a chance to regenerate. So forcing myself to get to sleep earlier. Last night I went to bed at 10:30, still not the best, because I had to wake up at 3:30 to get here by 4:30. I have to now do my workouts earlier here because when they open up at 6 a.m., they automatically turn on the music, and I can't film with the music on, obviously, because of YouTube copyright laws. So I have to get here earlier, so I need to get to bed earlier as well, too. So I'm getting there, making sure. So over the next 30 days, it's all about base work. I'm going to be cleaning out my system with the supplements and getting to bed earlier. See how well we do in those 30 days. And then I'm going to start my next point of supplementation. And I'll explain to you that when we get to it. So right now I'm just getting the body going. God, I'm tight. It's amazing how 1 month can get your body feeling so different. So much has happened. I'm sure a lot of you have seen it on the news. All kinds of just anger. I guess that's the best way to describe it. Anger. In the streets, in the government, in everything. It's a lot to manage out there, but you can't let it stop you. You can't let it bring you down. You got to move forward. You got to keep pushing and do your best of taking care of those that you love at the same time. Whole month went by so fast. Moving businesses, physical locations, brick and mortar. Oh, here's one of my pieces that I brought over and to incorporate with Jessica's pieces. So we still have a lot of arranging to do. Take out some pieces here, put in new ones. So it's a lot of work, but I can't let it stop me from my goal, 54 by 54. And so that's important. We're going to do that. We're going to go up again on this. Again, it's been about a month since I worked out. I've been doing some cardio on the machines for the last week, so I've been able to prime my lungs back up that way. But this is the first strength training session in about a month. Maybe even a little bit longer. God, so crazy how tight my lower back is. There you go, feeling better. Okay, so first superset done. We're going on to our next one. Okay guys, we're going to be doing some seated presses here on the free motion chest press. I actually love this machine. The angle and the way that it hits the pectoralis chest muscles is just nice. I like it. I'm going to superset this with that machine behind me. Hopefully you can get a good side of it from this angle. And that's a free motion rotational machine. I think it's called the Rotary. It's an excellent machine, and I definitely pushed for it to get into here in functional fitness when we reopened it back in I think it was 2015. It's just such a unique piece. And if you know me, you know how I love to do rotational work. That machine was made just for that. So it takes that concept and really does a great job with it. Great machine. All right, so I know it's hard to see it from that angle. It's one simple bar, one bar, all by itself. And there's two handles. If you were to do a push-pull on this, all you literally have to do is just grab facing inward, come out, and then you can do your push-pull like I love to do. Great thing about this is that, and I'll show it on a close-up on another video, but the point of resistance moves on this machine, unlike if you're using a regular cable or how we're using the free motion double arm at the old studio. So the point of resistance changes, therefore allowing you a point of pull against the resistance changes as well too, which challenges the core more. We're gonna be using it for a rotation, wood chop. I'm gonna do about a 45-degree angle. And from using this, again, look at how that point of resistance changes in the direction, allowing me a better rotation. So I'm going to take on almost like a golfer swing on this one. Ooh, you can feel that lower back open up. Beautiful. We're doing head with arms, so we maximize that spinal rotation. Ooh, yeah, tight. Totally lost count on that one. I was going for the feel. I'm gonna raise that weight up. Okay, I don't feel like I really need to rest right now, so I'm gonna just go right back into it. That exercise is awesome. That rotational movement just wakes that body up. It's so good to be here in this building, remembering the days of kind of putting it all back together. It's kind of a trip though. Seeing familiar faces, I thought that it would have been a great reunion, but to find out that some of them had some ill feelings toward me was shocking and kind of saddening. And I would hope that after years of friendship, that it would have remained the same, but you never know. People are different, right? Things, the stories they build in their heads without actually talking to you or asking for clarification. It's amazing how some people choose to believe a story in their head rather than talk to you. And I think a lot of that is what's going on today with the news and everything. It's really sad. Frankly, though, it kind of makes my life easier. I find as I get older, the less friends I have, it's actually better because you keep the truer ones, the ones that you know that you can always depend on, right next to you, right? And you don't need the ones that are just fluff because, frankly, nobody needs fluff in their life. And as you get older, the less fluff you have, the happier you are. This angle is so nice. There are a couple of machines that are designed so well that they stand the test of time. This is one of them. it just hits that muscle so perfectly for so many different sizes and different people, and it's great. Now, I'm going to turn you off quickly because I'm going to move you over there so you can get a better view of that machine, okay? And here we are. Good. So this is the live axis rotary machine from Free Motion. I'm going to be starting off facing that way. As you know, whenever doing any exercise with two sides on it, you want to start on the opposite side that you started on in the prior set, which is always going to be the side that you just left off. So I like to line my shoulder up with that red positioning pin on this exercise. And then I get that torque, come down. The great thing about this exercise that I don't feel when using like another type of cable or the Free Motion 2-arm, anything that's a fixed cable. With this moving anchor, I feel so much more of a stretch all the way down to even my opposite internal or inside glute here toward the machine. And when you come down, you just get that engagement through the hip that's just fucking amazing. I love it. This machine should be in more gyms. And the moment we had an option to bring in another machine, and this was back in 2015, 2016, maybe 17, we definitely pushed for this one. This was a great machine. Okay, so easy to just switch it around, change for the other direction, line up that shoulder, set heart. Yeah. Whew. Oh. 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 I kind of lost track again. Kind of get into the movement. I go by feel, which is a good thing, and a bad thing because you should know the amount of reps you're doing. I like to think that it's right around the same amount. So, great exercise, great machine. I'm going to leave you here while I go and do the next one. Let's make sure you can actually get a good view of that. Okay, so, right, again, very little rest. I'm not using like a ton of weight. Go up again. Water. Okay. Okay, body's feeling good. We're going to keep it here at this weight. I'm not going to go any heavier. I'm going to keep it right here, about half stack. Ooh, this is going to feel good. When I'm done, oh, get good stretch. If you notice, I'm just a tad bit forward of the red dot, the setting pin, just because at the very top of the motion here, it gives me a little bit of a deeper stretch in my low back and thoracic area. Fuck, I lost count again. 9, 10. Okay, I believe that's 10. All right. Okay, feels good. Feels good to move. Getting back on it. New start. So I got about 5 months to make sure I drop that 54 pounds. I don't know what I'm weighing now right now. I'm almost afraid, but I haven't been doing anything crazy. I think I told you since the last time we were filming back at the studio, another friend passed away by suicide. That was something getting used to. As you get older in your 50s, you're used to seeing more and more people that you know pass away and die. And obviously, there's the tragic situations with cancer, strokes, things like that. But to have somebody around your age commit suicide, that's a really, really big thing. Because after all these years, beautiful family, beautiful kid, wife, everything. It's a mental thing, right? So a lot of love, you got to pour onto that in your head and with those around you that are affected by it. But again, you have to process it, accept it, don't put it away, don't hide it, and move on. All right, we're going with the next exercise. Okay, so third superset, working in some shoulders, and we're going to be using some of these great new machines that Jessica got over here at Functional Fitness. Well, not new to Functional, it's been here for a year or two, but new to me, which is awesome. So, shoulder's feeling good. Right shoulder injury hasn't, stepped back since I haven't been doing my workouts. Again, I mentioned earlier, before this session, I was able to do my rehab band pull apart exercise, which is great for it, but I could tell that I had definitely weakened in that area. So right now I'm just using 10s for this lateral raise with a slight tilt forward. And we're going to superset this with one of those new machines I was talking about that I've used since I've been here. It's awesome. It's the Booty Builder hip thrust machine, standing hip thrust. It's just an excellent machine for really getting into those hip flexors and getting that push. I like it. It is an awesome machine. Different overall effect in targeting the glutes, but such a well-developed machine. So, Ooh, yeah, you can feel these. Controlling on the way down, up fast. Good squeeze. Oh, whew. Yeah, you feel those. That was good. I think the thing I like about this machine a lot is not only can you feel it in that separation from the lower glute to the hamstring, but you definitely feel that in that hip flexor push, which is so important because so many of us sit at the desk for hours and hours and we don't get enough movement there. Just come walk in front of the camera. So it's some definitely great stuff to work with, great stuff to play with. Excited about it. Next 5 months. Getting to my birthday, 54th birthday. Dropping the 54. Hey, how's it going? And guys, I promise not to stop recording for as long as I did before. We got to stay focused. You, those that are out there, again, hashtag forged after 50. Start your videos, get it going. I've got a couple of you that I've been catching up with that I really, really appreciate you doing the work. I'm going to probably, once I get situated here, do like a Q&A, maybe even do it over at the new longevity center that we're building out across the street, and answer some questions and give you some answers on any of the training questions, anything that you're doing, anything with the supplements I'm taking, what we're doing with moving forward with not only my training, but with everything that we're doing with programs that we're offering, the trainers, the best systems to use, supplements again, and even like the peptides and things like that, okay? So again, going right back into it, I'm not really gonna go heavier on those shoulder raises. I wanna focus on just getting them moving again. So now I have a little bit less of a lean forward of my arms and delts, a little bit wider out to the side. Because with my injury, that's the biggest challenge, is getting it out to that side without aggravating it. So as it gets warmed up, I go a little bit wider each time, each set, I mean. Oh, okay, that felt good. All right, I'm not going heavier on this. This is gonna stay right where it is. Oh, such a great machine. Guys, if you get access to this machine, use it. If you're in San Fernando Valley, come on over here, give it a try. Oh yeah, good machine. Slow on the way down, resist it. Up quick, get that deep contraction. It's that slow eccentric phase right here. That's the killer. You can feel your glute and hamstring separating right at the point where they meet. And you want to lean forward so you can push back at a deep stretch. Whew. You'll get some competing thoughts about the bands and work with hypertrophy, but I find that bands add just that really great addition to the squeeze at the top. Whew. And again, like always, I forgot my rep count, so I'm going by feel. Okay. Whew. That was good. All right, guys. 2 minutes to opening. You got to turn on the radio. Let's call this the end of this. I'm going to do one more set, superset. Then I'm going to go upstairs. I'm not going to film the last superset. I'll tell you what it is. They're going to open up the gym, turn on the music. I can't be recording because of YouTube copyright laws. But when we go upstairs, I'll talk to you about the supplements. I'm going to show you what I'm taking. All All right, I'll see you up there. All right, guys, so we're up in the office, and I wanted to talk to you about the supplements that I'm on. So we're here at Functional Fitness. It's exciting to kind of get a new start. I just started working out first strength training in about a month, so it's been a while. And it's exciting because I'm actually starting a new base. So this is the base I'm talking to you about. This is all of Rob Keller, MD's supplements. In fact, the only thing that I'm not taking right now is his allergy supplement to help with reducing allergy symptoms in a lot of people. But the number one most important thing I'm looking at, that a lot of great reviews from personal friends, I mentioned bodybuilders, that were reclaiming their health after years of their body going through a lot of abuse, a lot of transformation changes, a lot of stress, is the right over here, the OGF, which is the original glutathione formula. So glutathione being the most important and the number one of antioxidants in our body, to be able to not only help us to free up, destroy free radicals, but to also be an antitoxin. This actually is great for your skin. It's great to boost your immunity system. It's just incredible. So getting on this is a huge thing for me because I haven't been taking antioxidants or any real vitamins for a couple of years. Just been eating and treating my body like shit, right? Before I finally made the decision to come back into focusing on myself and my health. So glutathione is the huge beginning of that base. With that, there's also a pre-workout glutathione rapid boost that I haven't taken yet. I've taken the glutathione now for about, I think I started this about maybe 4 days ago. So I want to take this for about a month before I take anything else, these supplements. So I'm cleaning out my system. Again, I'm going to start going to bed earlier, make sure I'm getting enough sleep, make sure that I'm staying hydrated, making sure that I'm getting those electrolytes. I'm still using those electrolytes that I showed you, those drops, to make sure that I'm always hydrated. Make sure that I'm getting in my meals and not eating too late, and I'm definitely going to bed on an empty stomach so I can wake up a little bit more fasted. Now, with the glutathione, I'm also taking, this is the Advanced Immune Defense System, the AID. So this is the multivitamins, everything like that, to be able to boost your immune system. This over here is the Premium Enzyme Complex, the PEC. I'm going to take this with every meal so that it helps me with digestion and absorption of the minerals and proteins and vitamins. And then this one right over here, really excited, started taking this as well too, the GIB, which is the gastrointestinal balance. So probiotics to help with your gut. Because we all know that a lot of the issues that we deal with in life starts off with your gut and the bacteria that's in it and the ability to keep your gut healthy. So excited, this is what I'm taking. These are the supplements that I'm really pushing my body with for the next 30 days. Not taking anything else. After 30 days, I feel like I'm going to have a good idea of how well these supplements did for myself. And if they're really good, if they're as good as all the other, my friends, the bodybuilders, all of them, Ernie, as they've said that it is, and all the reviews that I've seen it, then I'm probably going to have these supplements over at the Longevity Center, and I'll probably be linking them up here on top of the vlog as well too. And that way you can, you'll see within the 30 days how well these have done for my skin, for everything else. And overall energy and, health-wise. So after the 30 days, then I'm going to start off with some other supplementation, and it's either going to be a peptide or it might be something else. We'll take a look. So I'm going to take a look at what's out there, take a look at how I want to approach this from a biohacking point of view, and not necessarily from just a business point of view. Hey, this is what we're selling over at the Longevity Center, but from a biohacking point of view. And I say that because one of the things that I might start doing is metformin. Now, we all know metformin as a diabetic medication. It's not a peptide. It's a diabetic medication to help with sugar glucose control. But if you ever take a look at it, and I'll put a couple links on metformin at the bottom of here, and if you ever listen to Jay Campbell and a lot of other biohacking pioneers that are out there, amazing. I was just messaging him the other day, and he's just an amazing wealth of knowledge. Metformin has been proven to have such amazing benefits. They're calling it almost the anti-aging drug, that when they developed metformin to help with pre-diabetic patients, they didn't realize that it would have such amazing other benefits, literally like anti-aging, like reverse aging of the cells, as well as it helps to fight a host of different cancers and a lot of other things. So I'll put some links for the metformin too on the bottom, and it might be something that I do. Of course, with any kind of medication that you utilize, you have to be careful because there could be side effects. But from all the studies, from what I'm doing, looking over the peer reviews, a couple of great articles, I'll post one up at the bottom from Harvard Medical, that it just seems like there's such a wealth of benefit from it that as long as I don't feel like if I do try it and I don't feel like any of the adverse effects, then it's something that I might want to keep in my regimen for life. I know a couple of, again, people that are on it, that have been on it, and have stayed on it, even though they're no longer pre-diabetic, and it's done an amazing, wonderful job for them. So I'll let you know exactly what I'm taking so you can see what I'm taking and how the results are with the workouts and getting to my goal. And that's it for today, guys. You've been awesome. And thanks for being patient and putting up with me and not posting anything for 30 days. It's been crazy, but we're in a new location and I'll be able to move faster and get to these on a regular basis in the morning. All right, talk to you guys later. Have an awesome day.